Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay this time? Can you guys let me know if you can hear me? Last week, I had a complete and utter failure with the mic. So I'm really hoping everyone can hear me okay. Thank you so much for joining me for your February Love Forecast by Zodiac sign. I'm Angelic. I am a psychic. I'm a healer and I'm a life coach. Towards the end of the reading, if there's any time left over, if you guys have any questions, and if I have some time, I'm just going to pull some people randomly at the end. So just save your questions and we'll do that at that time. I'm so excited. Hi, everybody. Good. You can hear me. Wonderful. Oh my God. Last week I did this on the eclipse and no mic. That's eclipse energy. What are you going to do about it? So this month, there's a lot of people that had very similar cards, and I can tell just by the vibrations that there's going to be, some negativity, not in a drag you down kind of way, but some of us are in situations that perhaps, we're trying so hard to fix things or make things work, and it's just causing things to have more friction. So if this is you, please don't feel alone. A lot of the Zodiacs pulled these cards, but there's a wonderful solution to all of this. I know with February, we tend to focus a lot on love. Someone said they can't hear. Okay, someone says they can hear, and then someone says they can't hear. Can you hear me? Please don't tell me. If you guys can hear me, can you please type it out that you can hear me? Would that be okay? Fantastic. Not again. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Eloni Yan says we can hear you. Okay, awesome. I'm sorry. Some people said they couldn't, and I'm traumatized from last week. Okay, awesome. Okay, great. So we're going to start out with Aries. And if anybody's willing to timestamp this for me, that would be awesome. And also, I am doing a special. It's a 20-minute reading for $40, love reading for the whole month of February. So if you guys are interested, please send me a message. Okay, so for Aries, we have the Ace of Ariel and make an effort. Okay, Aries, for you this month, this is really about stepping up your game. Okay, Aries tend to be very physical. I know, I'm a moon and I love it, but this is about being a little bit romantic. Maybe taking the time to plan something, invest money-wise. If you're with a partner, perhaps take them on a date, do something thoughtful. This is all about using your resources to make that effort towards your loved one. Okay, if you are single, this is about investing in yourself for your love life. So perhaps, you're looking for a partner. This is about investing in opportunities that will actually bring someone into your life, make an effort, whether that's, hey, you know what, I could probably, use a cute dress or a nice outfit to go out in, or buying that cologne, getting that facial, getting your hair done, something that invests in you to make you feel beautiful, that makes you feel in alignment, making that effort to put yourself out there. This can also mean, investing in, if you're into it, online dating. That's a financial investment in making an effort to meet somebody. It can be about buying tickets to something that you love, but hoping that maybe you'll run into other like-minded individuals. But it's definitely about making an effort financially. You don't have to splurge. You don't have to, run out the bank, but put a little more effort. You get out what you put in, Aries. Okay, so you maybe step a little outside your comfort zone. Treat yourself if you're single so that you can put yourself out there and make yourself more available. And if you're in a relationship, treat the one you love. We all have different love languages. Some of us like physical presence, like someone being there, words of affirmation. And some people like actual presence, like a gift, and that's their love language. So learn the love language of your partner. Make a little extra effort this month, not just because it's Valentine's, month, but just because that's the right energy to do. And it's something we should probably do for our partners just in general every now and then. Who doesn't like that, right? Okay, Taurus, we have King of Ariel and True Love. Taurus, you got a beautiful combination, and good for you. If you're in a relationship or if you're interested in somebody, this is about, man, you hit it big. You found somebody who's a soulmate energy, not so much karmic, because there is a difference between karmic relations and soulmate. Doesn't mean karmic has to be bad, but it tends to be a little bit more of a lesson, a learning curve. So this is wonderful. So if you found somebody, if you met somebody and you're kind of like, oh, I feel the tingles, this is letting you know that this is it. This is true love. This is a soulmate relationship. This is fantastic news. If you're already in a marriage or relationship, this is about stepping up your game and remembering why you love them. Getting back into that space of, you know what? I want to make this successful and I want to make this a healthy marriage. I got to remember why I fell in love with this person in the first place and reignite that. Taurus, if you're single, this is letting you know that somebody is going to come in. So, I mean, this is a beautiful February reading, so appropriate for Valentine's Day, but somebody, a soulmate, will be stepping in this month. So keep your eyes open. This can be somebody who, because Ariel it's the coins too, so it could be somebody you meet at work, maybe when you're going out. Usually it could be work, but mostly, you know, just being out and being physically present. So get out there, Taurus. If you're single, get out there. That's how you're going to meet this soulmate energy. Okay. It's an amazing romance. Stay open, be willing to express yourself, Taurus. And maybe if someone doesn't look the way you think they're going to look, you know, I always tell this happens a lot. This happens to me. This happens to everybody. Sometimes people come, one, when we least expect it, and two, in forms that maybe we weren't expecting. So just stay open, Taurus. Congrats. Good luck. It's going to be fantastic. Gemini, you've got the 9 of Ariel and chemistry. This is great, Gemini. I know I've read a lot of my Gemini comments and they're like, when am I going to have positive news? Well, Gemini, this is wonderful. This is about somebody stepping in that you have a real chemistry with. You know, I know you've done all that hard work, all that self-development on yourself and your career and your projects. This is really about that all that work you've done in visualizing who you want to bring in, and you're like, you know what, after doing all this self-work and reviewing my past relationships, I realize I need someone like this. Just getting clear at that, Gemini, has caused somebody who's really, this is going to be like that physical chemistry, like that, whew, you know. And if you are in a relationship, this too could be asking you to reignite it, because with the 9 of Ariel, this is about, you know, having that feeling, that excitement, that giggliness in the stomach. It's about loving life. So really with that loved one this month, if you are in a relationship, go do stuff that you guys both enjoy. Go do things that make you both light up to reignite that chemistry. You know, whether that's, you know, dancing or, you know, traveling, or even just cuddling up in the book in the bedroom, if that's your deal, you know, do that. But if you're single, your work is paid off, Gemini. Someone's going to be coming in, and it's not going to be one of those where you're like, is this the right person? Oh, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the tinglies. You're not going to have any problem, you know, pinpointing this person. My one concern with chemistry card is, you know, and I don't think it's going to be a problem for Geminis, because you guys are very analytical and very thoughtful, is that make sure that when you're going forth this relationship, as wonderful as it is, balance a little bit of the lust with the love. You know, chemistry could have a lot of lust energy to it. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just being level-headed. Maybe not rushing too fast. Maybe you've always done that in the past, you know, and it didn't end so well. So maybe enjoy it, but take it a little slower, so it has time to develop. It's going to be great. Super excited for you. Cancers. Oh, my beautiful watery Cancers. I love it. My sister's a Cancer, best friend. Okay, so you have the Wheel and codependency. So with these two cards, you're going to have some changes coming in, but wonderful, beautiful changes in your love life, regardless if you're with somebody or not. And this month, you're going to be addressing some issues that perhaps are patterns for you, Cancers. Perhaps you're in relationships where you're always trying to heal them or help them or make them better. Or maybe you rely on them for a lot of emotional support instead of being your own emotional support. So with the Wheel, while it's exciting because it is new beginnings and it is towards happiness, it could kind of seem at first not so pleasant. Because when these changes, like one, change is uncomfortable for a lot of people, most people. But two, it's going to bring up a lot of your addictions. So this can be people addictions, attention addictions, any kind of codependency addictions in any way. You know, some of us need to have partners to feel validated, or we always feel like we need to fix people. And something's going to happen, whether if you're in a relationship, if you have an argument, or if there's been a long-standing issue and it erupts this month, especially after the eclipse, Cancers, don't worry. This is actually for your highest good. It doesn't mean it's the end of the relationship. It doesn't mean you should break up and run. Actually, you shouldn't, unless it's abusive, in which case, no go. Otherwise, this is helping you to face this. This is helping you to say, hey, Cancer, stop being the fixer-upper. Or, hey, Cancer, you're strong and amazing, and you can handle this on your own. You can do this. You have the inner strength. It's triggering it for you to heal. Okay, if you're single, this is even better, because it's going to be bringing in people that help to do this. So for instance, Cancer, if you've been broken up for a while, let's say, and you're like, I'm ready to go back into the dating scene. And then maybe you met somebody awesome and you realize, oh my God, I still have jealousy issues. I still have self-worth. They're going to trigger. You're going to think you've done good, and I'm sure you have. But these triggers are fantastic. It's just to clear out that last bit. I mean, this eclipse, man, I don't know anybody that wasn't crying or having some kind of issue, but it's good because it's kicking up the dust. It's kicking up the dust to clear it and send it on out. And that's wonderful. And trust me, we have plenty of dust. It's a lifelong process, but it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep this month and the next coming months. So Cancers, be patient with yourself. Do what you have to do, whether that's go to counseling, coaching, journaling, tapping. I love emotional freedom technique to release some of these things. And if anybody wants these links, I'll put them down below. You're going to do fantastic, Cancer, but it's definitely about healing. And you're not the only one who got the codependency card, because then we have Leo. So I wrote down everyone's here. And Leo also got the codependency card. She also got it with the 5 of Michael. Okay, Leos. And of course, guys, always look for your sun, moon, and ascendant. Okay. So for instance, I'm an Aries moon, and I tend to associate more with that versus my Leo or my Scorpio sun. So just look at all the signs. Okay. So for Leo, we have 5 of Michael. This is about situations that don't serve you. It's about, trying to take a higher road. And this is the card that a lot of people got. Okay. So for instance, maybe something's broken. We're trying to put it together. And the more we try to put it together, the more crappy it looks and it's falling to pieces. If it's broken, there's something wrong with that. Okay. It doesn't mean that the relationship's done or anything like that, but the way stuff is working right now, or the way that it is, it's not working. Okay. So instead of struggling and being tense and scared and frustrated, and the reason that they're telling me you maybe be holding on to this relationship, or sticking around, is because of some codependency issues. Now, if you're single, this is mental issues, not issues, but mental constructs. So maybe if you're single, you might be holding on to an ex and not being able to let go. You might be holding on to an idea of yourself that's unhealthy for you, and it's actually impeding your progress to meet somebody because of your codependency. Codependency is also completely very much linked to issues of self-worth, Leo. So if you are in a relationship and maybe it's a little bit of a struggle right now, it's a little tense right now, regardless if it's direct, as in between you two, or indirect, as in things coming from outside of the relationship that are making things tense, this card is asking you to find a higher approach. Whatever you're doing, stop. It hasn't worked. You've tried it tons of times. It's working. Has it worked in the past? No, let's try a different approach. Let's try to come from a higher perspective. Like, all right, I'm just going to surrender this, and I'm just going to let the universe, God, Yahweh, angels, whatever you want to call it, handle it. Let it go. Because by kind of forcing it or trying to keep fixing it, it's actually kind of making it worse, and it's making your energy really tense and negative. And it's really because it's sourcing from fears. It's all coming from fears. What if this doesn't work? What if we break up? Or if you are single, this is coming from fears of, what if that was the best I was ever going to get? What if I'm not going to get better? What if I'm not going to get married? My biological clock is ticking. It's like a catch-22, Leo. Long story short, surrender. Surrender whatever is worrying you or whatever you're struggling to fix or hold on to. And with the codependency, do the self-work. Self-love. I love Louise Hay's mirror work. If anybody's ever done that, I know you feel a little silly at first, but man, the first time I did that, I just started bawling. I was not expecting that. But it's about accepting yourself and loving yourself and realizing you have everything. But that's a process, so don't stress if it doesn't come quickly. Okay, and then we have Virgos. Yay, Virgos. Let go of control issues. So we have the 9 of Michael. This is about your worry being unnecessary, Virgos. So whatever you're stressing about in your love life, maybe you're thinking, I haven't dated in 5 years. Maybe you're thinking, this person doesn't have everything on my love list. Maybe you're thinking, oh my God, is this marriage going to make it? Virgos, everything you're stressing about right now, it's not real. It's just an illusion. You might be like, Angelic, this shit's very real. We're talking divorce here. I'm not saying what's happening in the physical isn't real. I'm talking about all the energy and thoughts you're placing on it isn't real. Maybe you're afraid of the outcome. Maybe you're afraid of what might be. Those are all illusions, Virgo. They're not real. They're just a thought construct. Okay, and I'm a very emotional person, so I'm not saying that I can do this because I will be like running scenarios. But this goes in conjunction with let go of control issues. You might be trying to think of, what if I do it like this? And what if I do it like that? And then maybe it'll save it like this. And what if I do this scenario? Virgos, I love you. Stop that beautiful brain of yours and just, again, surrender it. You're stressing out. You probably have a lot on your plate. When you have this card, it's usually more than just love, even though that's our focus. So you may be like, oh my God, my relationship, but also my home and my kids. It's okay. Number one, I'm sending you love, Virgo. I'm sending you love, but let go. Just let go a little bit. Just try. If in that, you're stressing out, every time you can remember that you're on a wheel, just say, I surrender it. Angels, whatever it is you work, your higher self, I give it to you. Please handle it, because you're actually creating a self-fulfilling prophecy, Virgo. Things might have worked out just fine, but you're putting so much energy into this negative mind, these mind constructs, that you're actually manifesting on it. Whatever you focus on manifests. Think of it that way. That's for everybody, okay, guys? Just think of it that way. Anything you focus on manifests. Simple quantum physics, okay? So that might encourage you not to think negatively or fantasize on anything, because you don't want that reality to manifest. But it's reassuring you that the outcome, that scary outcome, it's not going to come to pass. It's not going to happen. So if this is like, if you're looking for a sign or praying to God, give me some kind of sign that everything's going to be okay, this is your sign. Angelic is your sign, okay? It's just really scary thoughts. But 99% of everything you're stressing about isn't going to happen. You're just really freaking yourself out, and that's okay. And this has to do with just, you have to allow the situation just to happen on its own. Allow it to unfold on its own, knowing that when you do that, the highest always unfolds. Okay? You're going to do great, Virgo. Don't worry. In regards to love, this is what it is. It just seems like a lot of the energy this month is struggle. You would think February there's going to be all this love and romance, and I think the eclipse has something to do with it, but you're going to be fine. And actually, you're going to have a far better outcome than you actually thought, Virgo, by letting go. So let that be motivation to do so, because it's going to come out far better than you think it's going to come out. Okay, Libra, Page of Gabriel and romantic feelings. Yeah. This is wonderful. This is all about excitement and newness and new opportunities. So with these two cards, Libra, someone's going to be coming in. If someone hasn't already come in, someone is going to be coming in. And this is somebody that's worth exploring. So first, if you're single, Libra, if you might be a little hesitant, if you're kind of like, I'm not sure I'm ready to date, I'm not sure I want to invest in my feelings, I'm not sure whether or not this person's the right one for me, these cards are letting you know it's worth exploring. It's something that's going to be passionate, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be new, and it's worth trying out. So I know being vulnerable is not easy, Libra. I mean, but you're the sign of love and justice and balance. You're going to do good. Don't be too hesitant. You know, you're barely sticking your toe in the water. Explore these feelings. It can develop into something wonderful, but you're not really going to know that unless you jump in. So take it slow if you want to. But if someone's coming in, if someone is here and you're teetering on it, it's allowing you to go forward. If you're in a relationship, this is about doing something that is new with your partner and kind of redeveloping those feelings. So if something's gotten a little, run of the mill, maybe it's kind of like you've been together for 7 years, been there, done that. Go do something exciting. This is asking you to reignite, but reignite in a way that allows you guys to bond. So it's not just like, let's reignite and get real sexy, which is great, but this is more about the bonding energy. Okay, so go do things that are exciting to you guys. Even, sometimes even you do things that are exciting separately. Like, hey, I love dancing, but he likes hiking, When you guys get in that awesome energy and you're like, oh, I feel so aligned, and you guys meet when you're home, you guys feel so good because you're in this high vibrating space, and you guys bond just because you're not coming from that rut space. You're coming from that higher space, Libra. So, hey, do it separately if you need to. That's okay. But it's really just about doing things that excite you and bonding. If you're single, this is definitely asking you, if someone should have been coming in. If someone hasn't come in, you're going to have to go do something that excites you. This is something that this is asking you to bond with people who have the same kind of energies as you do and exploring that. Okay, so this is not a month to be low key, Libra. Go do something. Go do a 5K if that's what you're interested. Go bungee jump, skydive, whatever it is that brings you that excitement, adventure, newness, and meet those people and really explore all the different dynamic personalities you meet in that. A lot of us have to get out this month. It wasn't what I kind of thought this reading was going to be for all month, but you know what? There's a lot of healing that's going to go along with this for all of us. Scorpios, we have solutions. Ooh, this one should be true love. Oh, and true love. Ah, thank you, God. Solutions. This is my Scorps. I love my Scorps. I mean, I love us all, but sometimes we're a little misunderstood, and I get it. We can be a little intense. But this is all about the solutions, about forgiving and healing and letting true love in this month, Scorpio. You, at least from the ones I've known and the things I've heard in chats and in emails, we've gone through a lot. We all signs have gone through a lot. But this is finally just that, what? You've surrendered, which is not easy for a Scorpio to do. It's not easy, controlling, passionate. We tend to hold grudges. But this is about, what? You're forgiving and you're healing. You're creating that wonderful space. And this is a great card of surrender because you have allowed divine energy to come in and help solve some of these things, or just take it and say, hey, you know what? You handle it because this is too much for me, something like that. And true love is finally stepping in as a result. You've done a lot of great work. Continue to surrender, continue to, lift that up and allow something to come in. If you're in a relationship and you're going through any kind of, this card isn't so much a card of strife, Scorpio. If you're in a relationship, it's more a card of, we've had some issues, or maybe we've had some common themes, but it's really about coming from a higher perspective, that objective perspective of handling it, not that impassioned rage perspective. You're not handling it in that way. It's more about balance. It's about compromise. It's about seeing both sides to things, and it's going to rekindle the love in your relationship. Sometimes you just, you allowing your partner to speak their piece and, hearing them, not responding from like a reactionary space, but really listening to them and say, I hear you. And you know what? That's who you are. And so I are, and I love you. And we're going to find the balance that works for both of us because I honor who you are. Sometimes a partner just needs to hear them. They're like, oh my God, you heard me. I don't even care anymore. I'm just happy you heard me. It's that compromise and balance and rekindling that true love if you're in a relationship. Okay. And it's really just about listening to each other. Isn't it always communication? So cliche, but it's so true. But true love is going to step in. And if you're single, continue the healing work. It doesn't mean you're scot-free. Keep doing it. Scorpios feel very deeply, so we have a whole baggage load of emotions. This life, past life, who knows? Keep releasing, and this beautiful true love is going to be stepping in, Scorpio. Scorpios, you tend to be very intuitive as well, so as far as recognizing the person that's going to be coming in, I don't think you're going to have any problems. It's going to be a natural connect. With the true love card, it's usually just like that natural bond connect. It's not like the chemistry card where it's all sexual. And Scorpios, I know we have a high, tend to have a high libido, but it's more about that, whoa, this person makes me feel at peace, So yay, good luck with that, Scorpios. And all these stories, guys, let me know about it. I would love to hear all the stories below. Sagittarius. Ooh, we have 9 of Michael, so this is another one. And then it's safe to love. Okay, again, Sagittarius. Just like Virgos, stressing, thinking negative thoughts, wondering what's going to happen. So Sagittarius, if you're going through maybe it doesn't have to be directly with your relationship. Maybe you can have a hard time at work and it's affecting your relationship, or it could be very direct. But it's letting you know too, if it's safe to love. With the card, it's safe to love. Sagittarius, this is saying that you're not being open enough. You're not being vulnerable enough. And maybe your partner is feeling that. And they're like, hey, you know what? If we want to step up our game and we really want to make this work, you're going to have to trust me. You're going to have to be open. And I love Sagittarius. They're so adventurous and they're so wonderful. But sometimes they'll attract partners that are more emotional in nature. So it's letting you know, you know what? It's okay to open your heart, Sag. It's okay. Because by keeping yourself closed, by keeping yourself a little piece of yourself back, it's going to create strife. It's going to create negativity. It's going to create resentment from the partner. So anything that you're worried about in the relationship, anything that you're arguing about or unsure about, or thinking maybe this isn't right, maybe this person doesn't give me the freedom I need as a Sagittarius to go on adventures and explore myself, maybe that's just an excuse and a way to sabotage it so that you don't have to be vulnerable. Just another way of looking at it. Just saying. If you're single, this is letting you know, if you're worried, Sagittarius, these two together, if you're single, is letting you know, I don't know if you're worried that this person's not coming along, nothing's happening, I'm not sure this is the one. If you want to allow your soulmate to come in, Sag, you have to be equally open, right? It's not like, I want my soulmate to come in, but I also want to keep my lifestyle and maybe not be too open. No, that's not how it works. A safe to love card is opening up all the way, being willing to just throw your chips in on the table and get what the cards deal you, open up. Don't stress about it. Don't stress about it. Like I told Virgo, your stresses, your worries are not going to come to pass. It's just your mind. Release it. Release any fears, judgments, guilt, comparisons that you might have. Let it go. Okay? It's just blocking you. And if you want to attract that partner, you're going to have to be more vulnerable. Okay? And that's scary. I know that can be scary because nobody wants to get hurt. Who's like, I'm up for that today? Nobody. Nobody is. But it's part of it. It's part of it. What does Bob Marley say? Everyone you love is going to hurt you. You just got to find out the ones that are worth being hurt over. Something like that. I'm probably scraping it all up. I love Bob Marley. But it's letting you know, just be open. Just be vulnerable. And someone's going to walk in. You just got to release some of that negative stress energy and open your heart. Open your heart this month, Sagittarius. Just be free and fun-loving like you always are. And let somebody in. It's going to be great. Okay, again, Aquarius. I'm telling you, I pull these cards and meditated. Again, 9 of Michael for Aquarius. That's a lot of themes. So if you guys feel like you're the only one struggling with stress and negative thinking, you're not the only one. You're thinking everyone's getting flowers and chocolates right now, and you're the only one crying, wondering why, eating like a bag of cookies. That's happened. You know, you're not alone. And engagements and keep an open mind. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. So Capricorn, if this is telling me to, one, if you're single, oh, dude, girl, guy, someone's coming in. Soulmate energy. Soulmate energy. This is wonderful. But it's letting you know, one, it's probably not going to be your style, type, or something that you're used to. So, hey, step out of your comfort zone. Try it out. I tried that, and you meet a lot of amazing people that you never would have met because you're like, you're not tall enough, you're not the same culture, or you don't, I don't know, love comedy. I'm not quite sure. I'm just picking up random things. But it's letting you keep an open mind. This person that you're going to be meeting is actually something that can lead to a marriage. Okay, Capricorns, to keep very open. Try not to be judgmental, and Capricorns don't tend to, well, I don't know. They're all different. But for the most part, Capricorns are grounded people, pretty practical. They love family and home. But with this one, it's letting you know, like, in order for this person to come in, again, release. I feel like this isn't just about releasing emotional things. I feel like this is about releasing just your life stress in general. If you've been stressing, Capricorn, about your career, finances, home, all this energy that you've been accumulating over the past couple months, it affects every area of your life. And you vibrate at a certain rate when you stress. And it's definitely not the rate of love. So it's saying, hey, Capricorn, we're bringing in somebody who's amazing for you, but we need you to vibrate higher. So you hand off all the stress that's just in your mind. Maybe you kind of come over, a career issue and you're safe, but you're kind of worried. Am I going to stay stable? You're going to be fine. You're probably a little traumatized, but it's going to be okay. Let that go so that your energy can rise up so that the person that's meant to come in is going to come in. All right. But they're connected. So whether you want to do a chakra clearing, whether you want to do a meditation to release, or just affirm it, the divine angels are non-denominational. You can be atheist, but you have free will. Okay, so in order for angels to come in and help release your load, take it off your hands, or even intervene on your behalf to help, you have to actually say, angels, I give you permission, help me with this, or take this off me. And oh my God, before you say it, off it is. You'll feel your energy shift real quick. So Capricorn, just release all the stress of the past months in every area of your life and allow this beautiful person to step into your life. Okay, but if you're at a bar with a scowl because you're stressed out about shit, it's not easy to walk up to somebody like that. Okay, so just let that go and allow someone to come in. I'm really excited for you because I've been watching the readings for Capricorns. I'm always Capricorn throughout the last couple of months. So I know this is something you really deserve. I mean, we all deserve love, but Capricorns, I know you've been working. Okay. So Aquarius, Ace of Michael. Oh, and also codependency. Hold on. There's so many different cards that people got that were all the same. I keep stacking them. Okay. Woohoo. Okay, Aquarius. Whew. This has card of communication. And it's also the card of like new paths. So for the month, for your love reading, don't allow any kind of hiccups. Don't allow any hiccups whether if you're in a relationship. And if, maybe let's say you just moved in together, Aquarius, you just moved in with your loved one and all of a sudden you're arguing and you're like, we never argued and now we live together and we argue all the time. Don't allow hiccups like that to make you think of, hey, this isn't right. Or make you doubt. There's going to be bumps in every road. And this, by the way, this is for Aquarius is in relationships. There's going to be bumps in every road. So anybody out there that thinks that the perfect relationship's not going to have fights, I hate to bust your bubble, but that's not the case. Everyone does. The people who love you most, you have fights with. Can you imagine your partner? You're going to. And don't get scared. This calls for open communication. This card is about, in order to solve your problems, you have to talk. Okay, Aquarius. So don't be like, I'm pissed. I'm going to go off with my friends and not talk to you, or I need a lot of alone time. No, you need to communicate at the time it happens, okay? And a lot of the issues that are arising are because of internal issues within yourself. So if you think that, it's not just them, it takes two people to do this, okay? So just make sure that you're not projecting. You might think, well, they argued with me, but I'm like, well, maybe I want to question, why was I so defensive? How did it start? What inside of me is creating this? And let me take responsibility for that, heal it, and also heal myself and my relationship. This is not a bad card. This is actually a card of communicating and having a new way of approaching it. When you fight with a loved one and then you guys heal it and you realize, oh my God, I just have to talk to them like this, or I have to approach them like that. You have a new path, a new way of healing. This is a wonderful thing. If you're single, again, this is about, and a lot of people got Michael. Michael is the swords in regular tarot. So this is about being honest with yourself. You might think, oh, if you're single, you have to be honest with yourself, Aquarius, is what are you looking for? What do you need? Not what you want, what you genuinely need. And why do you need it? Maybe you've been picking partners because, maybe narcissistic partners because you're the kind of person, I'm not saying this is an example, the kind of person that always needs to fix or to love somebody. That comes from a codependent space. So say, hey, you know what, if I was in a wonderfully aligned and healthy space, what is it that I need? Not what I want, need. Okay, and you're going to attract that. You need to communicate with the universe what it is you want in a relationship. Get very clear, Aquarius, because when we're like, I just want to be happy, that is not enough to manifest a partner with all the things you want. You got to get clear. So do that, making that list of all the attributes and like list of everything that you need in a partner. That stuff works. I don't know if anyone's tried that exercise before. You sit down, ground, make a list of all the things that you need. It doesn't matter if it's 3 pages. You fold it up, put it somewhere safe. Just getting clear with the universe knows what to deliver. This is about getting clear with yourself, clearing out things that are not healthy so that you don't keep attracting those unhealthy relationships, Aquarius. You might see a theme. You might see something that keeps on reoccurring. Well, clear that up. Get honest with yourself, and then something new is going to appear as a result. You'd be surprised at the turnaround. This year is a huge manifesting year. So like doing a little bit of work, that the manifestation is not going to have as big a lag time as it normally does. You might be super pleasantly surprised that if you make that list, work on those issues, that someone manifests within a month or 2. If that, depending on how much you work on yourself. I see it all the time. It's magical. I love it. I love those stories. And then Pisces, the Knight of Raphael, and express your love. Oh, my beautiful watery Pisces. This is great. These are all cards of love. Okay, so in regards, if you're in a relationship, committed relationship, this is about being very romantic. This is our very romantic cards, Pisces. It's about expressing your love in like gestures. It's about sweeping somebody off of their feet, showing them that you love them. You know those gifts that you home make? You don't go buy like a Mac, laptop and give as a gift. This is the things that you make, because it's thoughtful, because it shows that you know who this person is. So if you're in a committed relationship, really express your love this month. It's going to be wonderfully received by your partner. If you're single, express your, oh, this is wonderful. This is even better for you, because if you're single, a committed relationship is going to be coming in. But if a committed relationship comes in, Pisces, make sure you're that loving, open person, which can be scary because Pisces can be very emotional. Some of us, as we get older, we put up a shell. We're so used to getting hurt. We're just like, I'm afraid to be my loving self because either I get used, I'm seen as too much or too emotional, and you get all these unhealthy terms put on you. Screw that. This is who you are, Pisces. Embrace that. You are beautiful and loving. We need loving, compassionate people in this world, and that's who you are. And by being who you are, Pisces, you're going to attract the people that vibrate at the same rate you are. If you hold back and you're vibrating lower, you're going to attract people that vibrate, and that's why it don't work. That's why it doesn't work. Be your amazing, loving self. If you're single, take yourself out on a Valentine's Day date. Go with your girls, or if you're a guy and you're not comfortable going out with your guy friends, dude, do something that you love. Like if I was with a chick or a guy, whatever partner you have, like what would I enjoy doing? Dinner, movies, staying at home, getting a massage. Go do it. Express your love to yourself because you're vibrating high and someone's coming in. This is the card of committed relationships. This is the card. It's like the Knight, someone coming in and just sweeping you off your feet. And this is someone who's going to come out of left field too. So you're not going to be expecting it, Pisces. You might be like at a coffee shop, in your glasses, and your hair in a bun or something, and all of a sudden someone's like, hey, like right behind you. It's sweep you off your feet. It's usually not expected, which I think is the best way because you're in your own element. So my goodness, be yourself, Pisces, in every way. Be yourself. Be that loving, amazing person that you are, and the person that's going to come along should be deserving of that. Okay, we all have gifts. We should not dull any of them at all. Okay, all right, guys. Have about 10 minutes, a little less, but it's all good. Okay, if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to pull some cards. Is anybody interested? Marina, dealing with a Gemini, I see the one or is a new, better relationship coming my way. Marina. All right, Gemini. Oh man, let's see. All right, Marina. Let me just get the cards together for you. I close my eyes when I focus, guys. And if you have any more questions, stop asking questions then so I could see you guys in the next question, okay? Just 1 second. Pulling a love card for you too, Marina. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Marina, I don't tend to always say, concrete things, but number one, I would say, according to the cards, yes. One, the person, the Gemini you're dealing with, the situation has ended, girl. It's 10 of Michael. But this is a good card because even though it has ended, number one, you also got to pay attention to the red flags, which I do not get often. When you have this card, someone's either lying to you, not being honest, or it could also be the fact that, there's signs, girl, you're seeing signs and you're ignoring them. You're like, this person doesn't want kids and I want kids, or this person wants to travel the world and I want to stay in a house. Like, you've been ignoring something. There's something that you're either not looking at purposely or is being hidden. So really look at it. But this card is wonderful because while it suggests that, I'm sorry, yes, this looks like not the relationship for you, this answers your second question because it's letting you know that something better is coming in. Something better, happier, well more suited to who you are is going to come in as a result. I know you're probably hanging on to this, but once you're finally free and you let that go, one, it's probably not the healthiest relationship for you. I don't know much details, just the questions you asked, but both these cards together are saying doesn't serve you. Maybe it was a karmic relationship. You've learned your lessons, but somebody else is meant to come in, Marina. Somebody else who's more soulmate material is meant to come in. And I'm not going to belittle how much it hurts to let somebody go. I'm going to be doing a webinar with Lotta about heartbreak and healing and what we can do to work ourselves through it. But yes, the cards would say definitely not the one. The Gemini is not the one, but somebody better suited for you who is more aligned, a soulmate relationship would be coming in. And if you've had some suspicions about your Gemini, that red flag card is letting you know your suspicions are right. Okay. I hope that serves you, Marina. Let me see. Wait. Hala, struggling with self-worth advice. Oh, Hala, bless you. Don't we all? Don't feel alone. We all struggle with self-worth. And I really hope you guys tune in to my webinar with Lotta this Saturday. It's about healing and heartbreaks and relationships and self-worth and all those things. That's what I specialize in. So Hala, let me just pull a card for you. There's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of exercises we can do depending on our personality. Let's just see what the divine has to say for you, Hala. Okay, Hala. As far as guidance comes from the divine, you got to get in alignment with what works for you, Hala. So sometimes we have self-worth and am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I worthy enough? Number one, yes to all of them. Always, all of us. But the divine's asking you, in order for you to really step into your power, Hala, you really have to do things that align with you. Both of these cards are about your creativity. They're about your passions. They're about your pursuits and what really lights you up, Hala. When you stand in alignment with whatever it is you feel drawn to do, that calling within yourself, and when you get out there and you see how amazing and gifted you are, you're going to start to self-love. Some of us do things because our parents expect us to do things or take that degree because that's what they're only going to pay for. And so we lose sight of who we are. We're not in alignment with our soul, with our spirit. Hala, the universe is asking you, getting aligned with your spirit, despite anybody else. Do those things. That's going to help you bring more self-love into your life, more self-acceptance, and definitely in alignment with your higher self and bring you the people. It's also telling you that people will be coming in when you do this that support you, that see how amazing you are, the gifts you carry, and they have the same vision as you do. And it's just going to, girl, it's going to feel, Hala, I'm sorry, girl, I'm not sure. It's going to fill you. You are amazing, Halal. And self-worth is a journey. It's a journey that we all are doing. So don't feel alone. Please don't ever feel alone. But it's asking you to do what's in line with your spirit. People are going to come in to support that. So you're not going to be alone on this self-worth journey, okay? You're not going to do all this work by yourself. People are going to come in and help you, okay? I hope that serves you. All right. I could take one more question. Should I keep trying to be with my ex, Aquarius, or should I just walk away? Okay, Dana Wharton. So many of us have had that question, myself included. It's so, we're scared. We get scared. Okay, Dana. All right. Should you stay with your Aquarius? Did you say Aquarius? Oh, this thing's moving. Oh, the ex-Aquarius. Okay. Okay, let's find out. Dana Wharton. pulling one more for you, Dana. Hold on. Just a clarity card. Nope. They don't. Oh, shit. Dropped all those cards. I'm going to pull a love card for you to go with this card. 1 second, Dana. Okay, Dana. I'm going to give you similar advice. So you have the Strength card. And this card, I get it a lot when people are going through breakups, myself included, okay? And the Free Yourself card. You love this person. I can tell just by the Strength card. You love them. There's definitely we have multiple soulmates. So a lot of people believe that there's only one soulmate. That is not true. I mean, at least in my experience, okay? Because I also do healing work and I do soul readings. So I pick up on past lives. I cut cords. I see if things are karmic. And we have lots of soulmates, lots. And that's a wonderful thing because when we mess up once, we're here to learn. So we learn from multiple people. Your learning doesn't stop. So as far as guidance, you're going to need some strength, Dana. And then you're going to need, I highly advise getting a support group. Call in your friends. Say, look, I'm going to do this. I'm probably going to cut this. I'm probably going to be crying for maybe the next 72 hours. Please be by the phones. Stand by me. Come over. Get that support group because you're going to need inner strength, okay? But it is asking you to free yourself because it's actually controlling aspects of your life. You might notice that there's areas of your life, Dina, that actually aren't moving forward. And it's because of this relationship. You might be like, what does my relationship have to do with my career? A lot. Because when your energy is stuck, it affects everything. So you might notice home, career, finances, projects. If you notice that something is not picking up off the ground or multiple areas, it's because this relationship is holding you back. Okay, so and if this person is meant for you, allow them to evolve and become the vibrational rate that you need to be healthy. Okay, so even if you let them go and it's terrifying, you're like, oh my God, I can't imagine my life without them. If somebody is meant for you, doesn't matter. It's yours. It always is. Okay, you have soul contracts with people. Soul contracts. So it can't be broken. If that person's meant to be in your life, they will be. I'm not minimizing the pain or the heartache or what it feels like to let go, but Dana, the cards are basically saying, get your support group. You have the beautiful inner strength to step away from something. Even if it's, like, hey, I'm going to give myself 6 months and then maybe we'll touch bases again. But it's saying to free yourself. It's saying to let go. Because you might notice that once you do this, Dana, man, girls, slingshot, business opportunities, people, travel. Mark my words, Dana. Mark my words. And in 3 months, I want you to come back and say, Angelique, this is what happened 3 months after I broke up. Because this happens all the time. So I'm super excited, guys. I hope this served you. I really do. I really do. And I wish I can stay longer, but I can't. But I will be live with Lotta this Saturday, and it is about healing heartbreak. It is about the path to healing, things we can do to accelerate the healing process, the karmic purposes behind the relationships that we have that kind of help us to see a bigger picture. And for the whole month of February, I'm doing 20-minute readings, 20-minute love readings for $40. So if anybody's interested, I would love to work with all of you. If you have any questions to see if my readings would serve you, send me an email. I love chatting with all of you. I hope this serves all of you guys. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing February, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, guys. Bye.